Welcome back, gamers, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers. To never miss another gaming trend, make sure you tap that subscribe button and leave us a comment down below with what you're most excited about for the new Harry Potter game. Now, while you ponder that, we want to prepare you for when you play the game by giving you the top 10 Harry Potter Wizards Unite tips and tricks. In at number 10, Dark Detectors. On your map, just like in the game Pokemon Go, you'll see various buildings outlined in purple. These are essential to your growth and are called inns. Inns will provide you with spell energy, but we'll get to that in a bit. Spell energy aside, what you don't want to miss out on at the inns are the Dark Detectors. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a tab called Dark Detectors. These are the Wizard Unite's version of lures, but instead of them appearing around your character, they are deployed at the inns. There's also these things called traces there, and as the Pottermore Twitter page explains, traces help you discover foundables, things such as beasts, objects, and people pulled out of time and even memory. When you deploy a detector, it will last for 30 minutes and the game allows you to place up to 3 of them at once. The more you have, the stronger the tracer will be around the inn. In at number 9, brew faster. Not only does Harry Potter Wizards Unite allow you to brew your own potions, which is a big step up from just clicking a button that says brew, but it also allows you to brew them faster. When you're at a cauldron, you'll have to perform a range of different gestures, and when done correctly, it will speed up your brew time. If you tap the info button on your brewing screen, you'll get to see all of the different gestures or symbols that you can draw into the cauldron. These will range from stirring in a counterclockwise motion, to pinching the liquid on the screen, to even just shaking your phone. The great thing about this feature is that once you nail the perfect combination, that sequence will be saved for future brewing sessions. In at number 8, stay in your lane. Now, this is more of a warning than a tip or a trick, but it's important to remember that just because you now possess magical powers, that doesn't mean you're strong enough to defeat every monster that looks at you the wrong way. I am imploring you to make sure you fight the right monsters for your weight class. These are based on the professions that you choose at the beginning of the game, and based on those professions, you'll have certain advantages and disadvantages when it comes down to battling it out with the beasts of the Harry Potter augmented reality. For example, Aurors, which have high damage, are better fit for the Death Eaters, while Magizoologists have an easier time with the Urkling creatures. You'll have to fail a few times to find out whether to run or fight in these battles, but when you do, those monsters won't stand a chance. In at number 7, benefits from friends. If you're getting bored of the usual cycle through Netflix but don't care for going out and spending money, gathering your fellow wizard friends to play this game is a fun option and it really helps your in-game progress. If you don't have the luxury of friends who also have this game, use it as an opportunity to meet up with other players, because when you team up, you'll get access to special rewards that are saved for just those Wizard World friendships. To get this, go to the social section of the game and you'll see special challenges to complete with friends. You'll get bonus wizarding XP as well as the bonus from the challenges themselves. In at number 6, save your potions. While you're gallivanting around the wizard map, you'll notice there are these large red towers. Those are called fortresses and are essentially the same as gyms in Pokemon Go, although you'll find out that they do operate a little bit differently. Within the fortresses, you'll find more wizarding challenges, and these challenges are presented in what's called chambers. With each challenge, you must complete the previous chamber. When first entering a fortress, you'll have access up to 6 chambers, and to take a shot at a challenge, the game will require you to deposit a runestone. Runestones are collected throughout your time playing the game and can be found in various boxes as well. Runestones will determine the difficulty of the challenge and ultimately how glorious your rewards will be. Don't waste too much time dreaming about those rewards though, because no matter how difficult or easy the challenge is, the game only gives you 5 minutes to complete it. In at number 5, do the work. Just like any other game that you want to progress in, it'll come down to the work that you put in. More specifically, your daily assignments. You can find these daily assignments by clicking on the icon in the bottom right hand corner. The daily assignments are quite easy, which will be a nice break from the usual challenges that you'll come across. Plus, you'll be rewarded with such things as gold, XP, or even items, so make sure to always take advantage of these assignments to get those bonus rewards. In at number 4, unlock the world. This next one is more of a tip to truly get the full experience of Harry Potter Wizards Unite. As you level your wizard up, you'll start to find these things called port keys. Once you've leveled up and have a port key, you can open the Portmanteus to teleport yourself to a different location in the wizard world. Cool places like Hagrid's hut, Ollivander's wand shop, and even Borgin and Burke's. And even Borgin and Burke's will all be new places that you can explore. In at number 3, inns for energy. Remember those inns I mentioned earlier? Let's talk about them for a moment here. Inns should and will become essential locations for you to visit, like going home to your parents when you need to do laundry, except instead of a hearty meal and some clean clothes, you'll find that the inns will offer you spell energy. Spell energy is absolutely critical for casting your spells. You'll lose 1 unit of energy for every spell that you cast, which can really add up after a while. Especially if you're planning on hitting up a fortress later on, we advise that you stop by an inn first to stock up. Once you get your spell energy, it will take 5 minutes for the inn to restock, so you'll need to come back in a little bit if you need more, or, find a new inn. I also should mention that if you want, you can also pay for gold coins that can be used to buy spell energy, but hey, who wants to do that? An interesting thing to note as well is that while you're performing spells, you can actually get some spell power back if you're able to draw the outline perfectly, which brings us to our next point. In at number 2, pay attention. What you have to pay attention to the most in this game is just how accurate your spell castings are. When that outline shows up prompting you for a hand gesture, the game will actually measure your progress on the speed and accuracy for drawing the outline. The closer you are to the outline, the stronger the spell. It's just that simple. As you can imagine, the longer you take or the more inaccurate you are, the weaker the spell will be as a result. Really though, you want to be fast with these motions, because even if it's accurate but you take a long time, the game won't reward you for the time that you've lost. Also, instinctually, when you see one of these patterns which look pretty basic and almost circular, you'll want to therefore draw a circle, but that's where you'll trip up. If you pay close attention, you'll notice some of them aren't actually perfect circles, so look closely and just do your best. If you're too slow, like I said before, the game will also make the pattern disappear, which means you'll have to try again through just your memory. Lastly, in our number 1 spot, charge up. This final tip is not really about the game itself, but it is. As you're exploring your city and casting spells, brewing potions, and visiting Hagrid's hut, the last thing you'll want to happen is your phone battery to die. Therefore, it may be a smart move to purchase a battery pack. You can pick them up pretty relatively cheap at this point, and even if you're not playing Wizards Unite at the time, it still comes in handy. And that has been the top 10 Harry Potter Wizards Unite tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, leave us a comment down below with any other tips and tricks that you find while playing the game. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is click that playlist on your screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.